Jason Lee Podcast.
Welcome back to an all-new episode of the Jason Lee Podcast. Got my councilman shirt on. You know what's so crazy about how unintentional I am sometimes? Red, white, and blue. I mean, look at God, okay? No, listen, welcome back to an all-new episode of the Jason Lee Podcast. You know, I sleep in this shirt now at this point. I actually slept in this and wore it straight to work because I was late today, and I thought, why change when I am the change that you can count on?
Oh, my God.
Okay, you just can't count on me to change out of this shirt today. Everybody knows that I'm running for city council, and I'm winning. Right now, we're polling 4-1. Why? Because I invested in a poll. You know, they tell me, don't tell me you invested in a poll. Why? I invested in a poll. And the poll told me all the issues that were important to the people. It told me where all the concerns were, what they thought about all the candidates. And it showed that I'm leading. And I'm not going to say how much because that's a part of the poll that I won't share. But
it's a landslide.
Y'all in trouble. But the good part about what it all is showing, not just that, all the kids, the energy, Marina, you've been there, Rob. You came.
I've been there now.
Yeah, you've been there now.
Yeah.
I mean, the energy is, you can feel it, and you know, there's been a turn where people are ready for change, and it's, you know, I've lived in a big city for a long time, so living in LA, living in New York, now in Miami. When you live in these big places, these melting pots, where everybody is embraced and there's diversity is just a thing, and you know. You forget that is not what the world looks like everywhere. And, you know, having returned now and being in the community, there's a lot of people that want to see change. They need somebody to kick it off. And who better to kick it off than me? So the election is March 5th. The ballots have started hitting boxes already. And somehow, my God, put me at the top of the ballot. I'm number one. You don't even God said, I'm going to save you time and energy. You don't even have to slide all the way down to Ms. Zoila Moreno. Si se puede, no puede. You go right up there to the top spot and you hit that button, and guess what? You got me. Can you imagine me as a city councilman? It's coming.
You're already acting like you're a city council, so I can't imagine it.
Oh, wait. I don't know where I do this, but yes. Si se puede. I am. Yeah, you know, we've had some debates. Debates are wild. You need to go check them out online. One of the slumlords that is in the race, his name is Ralph White. He's a hood legend. We've known Ralph for years. Those of you in Stockton watching right now are taking this clip and sending it to your grandma, because your grandma, she know Ralph White. Ralph White has been a slumlord for so long, and I'm not even going to push the allegedly mark.
Allegedly.
Well, I did because he might try to sue me. That's how he gets all his money, by suing the city. This man has been a problem for the community for a long time. He's done some good. And let's be very clear, a lot of good people do bad things. And when you do bad things, you got to be held accountable. I think the most important thing I like about this election is that what we're saying to the young people who we're trying to get active in civic engagement is you got to be the change you want to see. But also, you know, we got to be accountable if we hold you accountable. And I think as kids are starting to learn more, and my cousins and people just from the hood that never voted who are like, wait a minute, these are the type of people that run our city? These are the type of people who control $1 billion that decide where they're invested. So to everybody out there who keeps saying, oh, I'm from this state or this city, and you're motivating me, you're inspiring me. Look, if I do anything to inspire anybody, just try. You may not do it as well as I am because I got billboards all over the place. I'm being petty in my own creative way, but at least get active, because there's some people who win elections with no money because people just don't vote. But I'm having a great time with it. And March 5th is election day. I'm already planning my election day party for my volunteers, my family, my friends, and the community. I'm just deciding, do I want Fat Joe to be all the way up, or do I want Little Kim to come and be that queen bitch that we know she is to be? Because you can be on the council and be cool, and you can also go and hang out with Lil Kim or Fat Joe. Any other takeaways from what you've seen so far on the campaign?
Listen, seeing you in the debate, I thought they were going to at least try to put a fight forward, but half of them didn't even show up. So then that automatically counts them out. And then just hearing them not even be able to speak on any subject, it's wild. But you had a binder, you had receipts, you name dropped respectfully. And you ate that up.
And I had plans. And I actually did my research. And look, I think what I know for sure, and we used to talk about this before when I just thought, nobody gets me, I think they get me now. People look at the content, they look at our shows, they look at the Hollywood Unlocked, they look at the celebrity, this and that, and they do not see of what work goes on behind it. They don't see that we're on calls about getting people access to healthcare or talking to the White House administrations about how to get people access. They don't see us talking on a conference call with a group of producers and directors and, designers and stuff about an award show that we bring to life. They just see the work. They don't see the stuff that goes on behind it. That's unfortunate.
I think there's something to be said about escaping politics as usual. And I think that's something that is happening right now in that community, and people are starting to be more engaged because of it. And it's interesting because at the forum, they were attacking Hollywood Unlocked. But I think people are seeing the value of you coming in from an experience that's outside of politics, because you're not doing the status quo. You're actually coming in and making effective change because you see where that community can go and you're bringing your lived experience to it. So I think it's been great to watch it happen.
Yeah, and in the debate, I mean, Ralph White bringing up that I date a Crip.
Immediately.
I mean, in the debate, he dates a Crip. Let me be very clear. I don't date anybody. I am single. Everybody knows me and Crip Bay are no longer a thing. But let me say this, although I say it as a joke. Crips are human beings. Bloods are human beings. Pastors are human beings. I have heard on the news more about pastors molesting children than I've heard about Crips and Bloods. I've actually heard it. So I just want to say that while we continue to perpetuate this idea that Crips and Bloods are the only face of crime, they're not. But also, if you know anybody who's been a Crip or a Blood, when they get out of gang banging, when they get out of the streets actually committing crimes, they'll tell you they're a Crip or a Blood forever because it's just a part of who you are. And, I think part of the challenge with people wanting to fix crime is you have to understand it. What is the origin? If there's no investment in your community, if you have liquor stores and smoke shops and, no jobs, what do? Starve or do you rob? I mean, it's just a reality for some people, not saying it's true. I mean, not saying that it's fair or that it should be that way, but it's that way. And you need somebody that can understand how to get to the root of it. I'm excited about it. And I look forward to leading. March 5th is the election day when you'll know that I won, but I already believe I have. And I'm going to. All right. Do you watch football?
Absolutely not.
No?
I used to, not anymore.
The Super Bowl is coming up, okay? Now, do you know the teams that are playing in the Super Bowl? You guys don't know the teams playing in the Super Bowl?
I cannot tell you not one thing. Taylor Swift's, man.
Yes.
I don't know.
Okay,
Is
yes.
that
So
one?
Kansas
okay.
City is one of them.
The Chiefs.
And the 49ers.
Mm-hmm.
Do you know what they have in common?
No.
They're both red.
And white. And gold. Well, 49ers gold.
Oh my
Anyway,
gosh.
shout out to the 49ers, bang, bang. And the Kansas City Chiefs, and shout out to all the Swifties who made that happen. I'm sure y'all had something to do with it. But no, they're going to the Super Bowl, and everybody keeps asking me if I'm going. And I don't have a ticket yet, and Rihanna's not performing, so I will not be paying $40,000 this year. But it is in Vegas, so I might pop over.
And Usher, baby.
Period.
Yeah, Usher. Look, congratulations to him. He's been doing lots of press. He ain't stopped by here yet, but hopefully one day he will. But yeah, all right. So let's recap a couple things. Besides the election, I came back to my day job yesterday, and baby, I went to the Recording Academy's Black Music Collective event that they have every year. This is something that my friend Ryan Butler, who's the senior vice president over DEI at the Recording Academy, that's the diversity. We're trying to make sure we got us in the building. They've had a lot of issues in the past with Black folks not feeling the equity at the Grammys, specifically on the red carpet, and those that get the awards. Kanye's talked about it. Drake's talked about it. Beyonce, there was a whole moment where they gave it to Adele. And that white boy. And just people that, in general probably shouldn't have beat out Beyonce. But nonetheless, Harvey Mason's done a great job really targeting, tackling all those issues. And I've been at the forefront with him and his team fighting for equity on the red carpet. And this year, I am excited to say we're not only on the carpet, we built out our own set. Bam! Did you? Applause.
Yes.
It's a huge deal.
It is, and it's beautiful.
When you seen our set, what do you think? Hollywood Unlocked on the red carpet at the Grammys.
It's beautiful. Sean did that.
I kept zooming in on the
stunning.
details into the PDF document, so I can't even imagine what it's going to look like built out.
But I can't even imagine, all of you who walk by all of us on the red carpet because you're too tired when you get to the end, or you don't see us, or you don't see my team because you don't recognize them. As soon as you get there, you're going to see my big old blue set and my black ass right there with the microphone like, hey, hey, hey. And so, yes, you are going to want to stop. It's going to be fun, though. We're going to have a great time. I wish we had our smash or pass paddles.
Yeah, we do.
We do?
I
We
can
could
bring
play
them.
smash or trash. We don't have that, huh?
No,
Yeah, those aren't ready.
we never.
Maybe
got-
we still play smash or pass on the red carpet.
Yeah.
I'll tell you off camera. We have another
Smash or
game.
pass. So
other
okay,
battles.
this song is up tonight. Is it a smash or pass? No, maybe not. Okay. Well, either
When
way,
is the last time you hosted a carpet?
I've never hosted a carpet. Never. Because I've always said that if you pass by me on a carpet, I'm going to start screaming. And I'm going to stay true to my promise. So tomorrow, or by the time this airs, it will, I'll have been on there, but we're recording today. Tomorrow I'll be on the red carpet. Oh, Sunday. I'll be on the red carpet this week. And I'll come back and show you a recap or tell you what it's like at the next show. But yeah, I'm excited for that. And last night, Marina and I went to the Black Music Collective event with everybody. And do you want to drop some names? Do you want to just share the experience?
Everybody was in the room. From the Little Mermaid to Miss Mariah Mimi Carey, and she ate down in her
She
outfit.
did.
Lenny Kravitz was there, but it's so funny because everyone in the room was iconic, but a lot of people did not have access or know anybody, and you were the one like, Marina, come on. Lenny, meet Marina. Here, we're on the show. Babyface, everybody. You talked to everybody. You
Yeah.
knew everyone in the room.
I did. In the
Period.
middle of the show, it wasn't like I waited till the end to go up to them. They were having a whole show, and I went down and kneeled down next to Mariah and had a whole moment. And I said, bitch, you are snatched. She looks great. She looks
What?
great, and she had a lot of energy, and she probably got a lot more energy because she dropped that man she was with. She's single now. Mariah is out here in these streets and available.
Looking good.
Looking
Get 'em
good, and her kids, Morocco and Monroe, were there, and we ran into her. And Quavo did a great job. He performed with a lot of iconic, rock band artists. I told him, I think you can do this. We saw DeVito. A lot of people interested in coming on the show. I think it's Jeremiah was there. I mean, there were a lot of people. There's so many people. MC Light,
Tori Kelly, MC Light, Niecy Nash.
Jordan Sparks, and I talked
Oh.
yesterday. A blast from the
I
past.
love that.
I told her, yeah, you kind of switched up. She said, no, I had a baby and got married. So I respect that,
She said, I'm out the way.
Maybe one day I'm going to get married. Maybe one day my non-crip is out there somewhere and I'll just cut everybody off too.
And have some babies.
Yeah.
Nah. Because I came home last night and had to walk Gucci and Chanel at like 11:30 and I'm like, that's what parenting is like. You got to get up during hours you don't want to. You got to stop doing what you want to do. Yeah, nah. I was even thinking foster kids the other day. Maybe I get a couple foster kids, but then like, I don't know.
That would be nice.
Yeah. Well, back to the show.
Oh.
Great show. Wasn't Lenny nice though?
Lenny was so nice. He had his shades on, but I feel like I could see all of his expressions in his face. He's so cute. And he had his little crop top on. I saw his little stomach. Yolanda Adams was so tall and gorgeous and beautiful. I think we have a photo with you and Yolanda.
Yeah, take a look at this photo while I talk about her. Yeah, Yolanda Adams, and shout out to my girl Catherine Bruton from BMI, who was also there. Yolanda is so tall but so beautiful. And Yolanda walked up to me and she said, so how's everything going in Stockton? So we had a little sidebar. And, I was grateful, like her and Babyface and everybody really wanted to know how things are moving. And, shout out to them because they will be in Stockton at some point. Babyface said, anything you need in Stockton, let me know. I said, well,
I love it.
I have a list. Also, I ran into my girl Rhapsody. I want to give her a shout out because we all know she's a hip hop queen and out here killing it. Me and her were talking and walking through the party and we ran into none other than her. Take a look at this photo. This is the three of us together. I did my whole black thing. I know my face looked a little cold, so I don't know. Maybe I need to go by Derm King for a minute. But her so beautiful, and Rhapsody looks so great. Wasn't she nice?
Stunning and nice. And her, love her.
Wasn't it great to see how many people that look like me in the building? Because Grammys have been not so black for a long time. They look good, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so shout out to
They'll
Harvey.
be
This was
too.
actually a picture that we took together right here. Take a look. Harvey is a black man. Yes. Okay. And for those of you who want to know what a city councilman looks like on his day job, this is what he looked like. Marina, you shot the hell out of that.
Period.
But I needed to feel myself a little bit more, so I edited just a little bit. This is what it looked like right here. Yes. Okay. All right. I mean, I look like I'm ready to step right into GQ, baby. All right. Anyway, so that's been that. Anything updates healthcare unlocked wise, or people in the comments really like the fact that we're doing healthcare unlocked.
No, we're still trucking away. We are trying to scale up, so we need some more agents. If anybody's out there who is a licensed insurance agent, hit us up. So we do want some remote agents as well. So that'll be great. So no matter where you're located, we can still bring you on the team.
So if you want to apply to work at Healthcare Unlocked, just send us a resume or whatever right here, and somebody will get back to you. All right, let's keep it moving. It's time for the Tea with Jason Lee. Speaking of who we saw last night, Halle and her baby daddy, DDG, they were there last night, as we mentioned. Well, Halle is slamming fans over her son. Now, what Halle doesn't know is while I was hugging her and talking to him, she was looking at her phone and saw her kid on the phone.
As the wallpaper.
Now, without giving too much away, because we should be respectful of the privacy of their child, cute baby.
Cute. And I'm not just saying that because that baby's rich with cute parents, but he has a full head of hair and is cute as hell.
Yeah. Listen, well, hopefully we'll be able to see the baby soon. Well, Halle said enough is enough and is clapping back at fans accusing her of gaslighting and lying to them during her pregnancy, because as you know, they were trying to keep this private. There was the whole moment that they had over at TGIF when Funky Dineva caught heat for slamming Chloe for coming out and defending her sister. Well, we all know now that Halle and her boyfriend DDG have welcomed a baby boy named Halo. But after months of speculation and DDG trolling fans, Halle shared this image to her Instagram a few weeks ago. Take a look. And showed everybody that the baby had made it. Before she shared that photo, there was all the speculation caused by what she was wearing. Take a look at the outfits. Now, she had some fluffy outfits that made everybody wonder. This wasn't even as fluffy. Do we have another one? Okay, that's fluffy. Everywhere she went, she was creative. Now, some just thought that she was, investing in being a fashion-forward icon. Some thought she was following in the footsteps of Beyonce and wearing more couture. Well, Halle never really addressed the rumors, but DDG continued to troll fans. He stood 10 toes down about Halle being pregnant. Remember all of these photos and videos? Take a look. This was him holding a black doll, saying he's finally showing his daughter. Well, and remember before that, he posted a picture of him. He posted a picture of the sonogram saying that, he was expecting a kid, which was probably an actual real sonogram, right? Do you remember last night when I walked up to her and I said, first of all, I'm mad at you for being pregnant at my award show and not telling me. And she said she wasn't pregnant at the time. But if we do the math.
She might not have known, but she definitely was.
Okay. So the baby actually attended our.
Yeah.
Oh
my God. That was the baby's first award show.
There was even the video when fans said Halle got out of her chair like a woman who just gave birth. Look.
I'll pick it up though without it.
Okay, I'll show you. It's very easy. Sometimes, let me get a spatula, because that's what I did yesterday. So the cookies don't fall apart.
That was a pregnant woman right there. She even did the, ugh. Well, when fans asked DDG if he had a daughter, he said no, knowing he had a son the whole time. Look.
No. Bro, I don't know why people is like so invested in what I got going on or what we got going on. Like, bro, mind your business. Like, go outside, touch some grass, bro. Like, go do a cartwheel in your backyard or something. Like, it's weird, bro. Like, I genuinely don't be understanding. It's like, bro, why do y'all be so invested in people that don't know you? Like, I ain't gonna lie, like, I love my supporters and shit, but in real life, bro, I don't know y'all, bro. Like, that's just the truth. Like, you gotta just let me live my life. Like, you don't look at your principal at your school and be like, damn, is she in a bad mood today? Did she argue with her dude today? What's going on with her today? Like, bro, why do you care so much? Whatever's going on in my life or her life, bro, is not gonna change yours. Rest and believe, bro. Work in get in the lab. Go get some money. Like let's focus on ourselves. 2024, bro. Let's try to lock in on ourselves, not other people. Please mind your business.
I mean, we've talked about this before. Goes back to when Chloe said, please stop following our every move. You told us to keep up with the Kardashians, and he posts on Snapchat all day long. I told him last night, I follow you on Snapchat. I don't know where you find all the time and energy, but I just find it interesting when celebrities post all their personal lives and then get mad when we ask them questions about their personal life.
That's what I'm wondering, too. And we're all just interested. Like, everyone loves love and babies.
Well, not to mention, if you're dating one of the most popular girls right now in the business because of her relationship to music and being the first Black Little Mermaid, people are going to want to know. Mm-hmm. I just don't think you should be slamming fans. Well, along with the whole baggy clothes and all of that, Halle recently admitted to photoshopping her own photos. This is a video. Take a look. And this is her showing all the photos that she took, but she photoshopped, right? Mm-hmm. Didn't she Photoshop this?
Mm-hmm.
How do you Photoshop a video, though? Oh, these were the pictures.
Yeah.
Oh. So she's showing all the things that all the Fashion Nova girls do. We know some of y'all in real life. And, yeah, I never gave. Well, at least she's showing us the behind the scenes. I mean, this could have been in a documentary, though, right? I mean, I don't know. Reacting to her confession, one fan claimed that we already knew this. And a second fan claimed people were upset that she lied and gaslit her fans. Let me show you what the fans were saying. This one said, I don't think people are mad that she hid her pregnancy. People are more so annoyed that she went out of her way to lie and gaslight about it. Then she shaded people and called them desperate. Now she wants those same desperate people to know every little detail. And then the other fan said, Halle girl, we know. She is sending me so bad. Well, listen, she sent y'all in a tizzy because you couldn't handle the fact that she chose to show you her baby the way she wanted to show you her baby. And now she's showing us the pregnancy that all of us wanted to see that some of us already knew. Now, having had enough, Halle chimed in and gracefully clapped back at everyone criticizing her. That's what she said. I never lied or even said anything about it, honey. Making a joke about my nose was the farthest I went. I'll never understand why you are mad. I protected my own peace. Wouldn't you do the same? And I'm going to share my pics now if I want to because my son is here safely. If you don't want to see it, just keep scrolling, baby. LOL. God bless you. She said that like a real Christian. Mm-hmm. Well, another fan had something to say, and this was her clapback. Take a look. Halle, baby, kill it. You didn't tell us about the baby then. You didn't speak then. Don't speak now and leave us out the conversation. Enjoy your jit in peace. We don't care. Halle reacted and said, if you don't care, why are you responding then, sweetheart? Just don't care by living your best life and not commenting on mine. Y'all know Halle and Chloe are ghetto. I don't know why y'all playing with them girls. What you think? Do you think that there's something here that people should mind their own business and let her live her life with her baby? Or do you think you invited us to the group chat, so here we are chatting?
No, I think specifically when it comes to something like a pregnancy, I think people should be allowed to have that conversation at their pace because one, they want to make sure they're going to carry the baby to term safely. Like there's just a lot of elements to it. And if she wants to share her photos afterwards, let her do it. Like, I mean, do y'all want to know when she has her period every month? Like let the woman have some things to herself.
She can provide a calendar of that too.
She can. If she's ready to.
I feel like I don't know if DDG helped her, but it's giving now that she has her own Snapchat deal because all of our exclusives on the baby bump is coming through Snapchat. But I'm like, people have their own process for everything. I don't know why people want like the ultrasound, the pee stick, and like in that chronological order of photos. That's not.
And if you're using us to be interested in your life to run up the algorithm for you to get money,
yeah,
we want more. We want it all.
It's like, do you want this type of relationship and reveal, or do you want a circus?
I'm a part of the circus. Free Blueface. All right. Bye. You know, I thought I saw this person last night at the Grammy party, and she was bobbing her head too much on a beat for it to be true. Candace Owens. She is against female pilots. She just isn't feeling it. It's not fly to her. Get it? Candace Owens is upsetting the internet once again because this time she has revealed her new fear of being terrified to see a woman flying a plane. Now, Candace recently defended racist remarks that were made by Turning Point USA founder Charlie Kirk. Now, he said that he would immediately question a pilot's credentials if he got on the plane and saw that the pilot was black, which is ridiculous because any black person in the world knows that that's just the dumbest thing that anybody could ever say. I've got on planes where the pilots look like they're the male version of the Golden Girls, and I've still trusted that it's going to land wherever the destination is that I've been flying. And when you're flying in places like Dubai and you got a 16-hour flight, you got to trust that those people can fly you over 16 hours of mountains, water, and countries who've been threatening to shoot down American planes, even though I'm on Emirates. It doesn't matter. Okay, we trust. And maybe that's why we trusted to get on them boats in Africa. And get dropped off all over the place. Anyway, I digress. That was slavery for all y'all that didn't know about that because I didn't teach y'all that in high school. Shout out to Florida. All right, now during her defense, Candace agreed and said that she felt the same way about not trusting emotional female pilots, especially if they were DEI hires. That stands for diversity, equity, and inclusion, meaning blacks. Well, her comments left her trending for 3 days, so she responded on an episode of her own podcast, which I'm not going to tell you the name of that. You can go figure it out. This is what she said.
I'm trending on Twitter for 3 days over really just saying common sense, things that should be accepted as common sense, which is that none of us should want to fly in the skies with pilots that have been installed there to fill a DEI initiative. Quite literally, United Airline CEO came out and said that they just had a magic number that they wanted to hit of DEI pilots. They want to make sure there's more women. They want to make sure that there is more black people, which means that their efforts to employ people, which, by the way, is fundamentally racist and sexist, judging people by how they look and things of that nature, is really going to harm us as the flyers. So, of course, Charlie Kirk have come out and said, that makes us nervous to fly. We're going to wonder now when we see a black person or a woman, whether or not they are qualified or whether it's just the United CEO trying to hit his quota. I personally want to live in a world that's a meritocracy. Please, I don't care what color they are. Just make sure they can fly this plane. That's it. Nothing made my soul warmer than the fact that a person who went psychotic online happened to be a female pilot. Really talk about proving my point about women being more emotional than men. They were also upset when I said that men naturally gravitate. The reason why there are so many men in the sky is because their inherent traits gravitate towards certain career fields, like female inherent traits gravitate us towards certain career fields. There are more women that are working in positions as teachers and as nurses because we are nurturing. There are more males that like jobs like becoming a pilot because they gravitate towards engineering. That is just a biological reality that's not really ever going to go away, but we can pretend it will by enforcing quotas. Well, this pilot, she's an Australian pilot, allegedly. Her name is Maz Jovanovic. She's just been having an emotional female boss babe meltdown on Twitter. Here are some of the things that she said. She said, white male pilots literally had a 100% quota for decades. If you weren't white and male, you needed not apply until recently. How is that for merit? And why are we still having this damn conversation? Ma'am, we have removed systemic racist and sexist policies for decades, and still white males are dominating the skies. What does that tell us? Okay, it tells us that they are gravitating those careers. Nobody is saying that black pilots can't fly. I know black pilots that have flown based on merit who also are piloting the skies. But there is no question that there is more men naturally, not because we are excluding women. It's because we are not as interested in this field. But she just could not stop tweeting. She said, the assumption that the numerically dominant group is hired based on merit and everyone else is an unqualified diversity hire is nothing but a culture war dog whistle. In reality, it's much harder to make it if you're not part of the dominant group. Ask me how I know. I loved this because it just proved my point about women being more emotional. I just can't imagine a male pilot having an emotional spiral over the fact that I said we should not be enforcing fundamentally racist and sexist policies, least of all when it comes to piloting the sky. And I'll just ask the question. I'll leave you guys in a cliffhanger. Would you want this young woman, after she's having a breakdown, emotionally spiraling on Twitter, if there was an emergency situation on a plane, do you think that she's got her emotions under control when a 10-second clip from a podcast sent her into a multi-day Twitter spiral? My answer is no.
My answer is you're an idiot. There needs to be a study done on Candace Owens' brain. She's smart at times, but there's also stupid people that sound smart. So you think because the way they articulate themselves that they're intelligent. I didn't see any in the intelligence in that. There are lots of people recruiting black officers, but we all know that policing in prisons is an extension of slavery. So we can't be ignorant in the fact that that is just the history of this country. And we can also go deeper into saying, me running for city council in my community, when I look at the disparity of black and brown education opportunities as I do those that don't look like them, on top of how bad it is for everybody in the city, you can see why there aren't those opportunities that are even ideal for the community that we're talking about. If people are not given proper education, proper tools, proper resources, proper access to all of that, nutrition, how do you expect them to be able to qualify or even have the energy to go after the education to get, those type of positions? I just think you're so out of touch with being black that you don't understand some of the systemic racism or systemic challenges, why there's even a DEI thing out there. I don't know. It's just, is she that out of touch? Is she just clueless, or is this just plain ignorance, or both?
No, this is just her pandering to her base because she knows what's going to get them riled up. Because the absurdity of this entire conversation is the fact that they're not going out to on the street and plucking people off the street and saying, hey, do you want to be a pilot because you're a woman or black? These are people who are actually qualified, who studied for it, who put in the hours to fly, but they're saying because this is a white male-dominated circumstance, we're opening the door to other people to allow women and people of color to come in who are qualified to take this position. And it just blows my mind because she's creating this world for her black sons and her black daughters to walk into. And one day, she's going to wake up and realize that she's creating the lived experience for those little black kids that she gave birth to because, woman, they are black. And they're going to walk out into the world and the world's going to see them as black. And she's creating a negative environment for them.
Well, she's also setting her kids up for when they go to school pushing this bullshit that she be pushing and they run into them black kids on the playground. Because they're going to learn really quickly that the protections that she has as an adult and as somebody that, I don't know. I just think her kids are going to be met with a lot of opposition unless she puts them in an all-white school.
If anything, she's talking about being scared for women because they're too emotional. If anything, I'm always side-eyeing the old white man because I'm like, are you going to die, have a stroke, have a heart attack during this flight and just drop dead with your wrinkly ass? That's what I'm thinking when I see an old white man. But I only prefer a woman. I am sexist in a way when it comes to my gyno because I don't want a man looking at my coochie. That's the only time that I care.
Well, look, that's a lot of information for me. What I will say is I don't believe in ageism because Madonna is 63, 64 years old right now and she's touring the whole world and she's showing up late. But she's a Leo and she's mad. She could do what she wants to do, But Madonna's touring the world right now, and I know when we had dinner with her, one of the conversations we talk about is her, aging and how people, tend to judge those that are older. Now, do we want Joe Biden to be a pilot?
And most of them look like Joe Biden. No shade.
No, they do not. You've never seen a pilot that looks like or functions like Joe Biden.
They had a Ralph White handshake. Yes.
You've never seen that. I've been on planes all over the world. I've never seen a pilot that looks like Ralph White. Okay.
That would make me nervous.
Wait, here's a photo of Ralph White. Nah. Club of Shay Shay is in the news. Shannon Sharp. He's created controversy because he's now pinning Beyonce against Taylor Swift. As if there's any comparison. Now, the only person in the world is Jill King who's going to believe that Shay Shay is right about Tay Tay, okay? But baby, let's be very clear, he's not. As the cat controversy dies down, Shannon's now brawling up the internet again after claiming Beyonce doesn't move the needle for the NFL like Taylor Swift does. Now, let me say this. I don't believe that Shay Shay, Uncle Shay Shay, isn't a messy person, but he got a little taste of that viral sensation that once you go viral, it's a drug. And now Shay Shay is doing everything he can to stay in the press. Now, despite Beyonce's husband, Jay-Z, joining the NFL's entertainment and social justice team with this company, Rock Nation, hold on. entertainment and social justice team. Hold on, let me look at the shade cam properly. What's the social justice? Cap is still not, he's still not playing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's just the name of it. So that way we can be okay with the fact that Jay-Z's getting rich off of all us going to the Super Bowl. Okay, I got it. Well, Taylor continues to be the only pop star continuously talked about by the NFL, on top of the fact that her boyfriend, the one that Rob's in love with, what's his name? Travis Kelce. His jerseys have gone up over 500%, the sales.
Insane.
At every Kansas City Chiefs game, you can find Taylor in the box with Travis's family. And the cameras are always on Taylor, who's dating Travis. And then the announcers are always making sure to mention her. Touchdown! Taylor Swift made sure that, it's always about Taylor Swift, which I know turns Jill on, but it turns us all off. Now, let me show you a photo of a collage of Taylor at various games. She's there with Jackson Mahomes, who's looking down on her like, man, I just beat them Chargers. I don't know what you're talking about. Then she's there with another girl like, ooh, I can gag on it more than you can. Look how big my mouth is. Then there's another one. That's Mahomes' wife. And she's saying, ooh, is this a lace front or is my hair just blown back? Then the one below, she's saying, no, my mouth is bigger than yours. Then the one in the middle, sip on this, bitch. And then the one all the way to the right is that a black man? Okay, look. Either way, Taylor Swift has... What?
It's just the lineup.
Why do you have to bring up lineup after I said the black man?
Ooh, you know what?
Man.
I heard Johnny laugh
I'm
through
clock out. Johnny, shut the hell up.
I just heard Johnny laugh through a soundproof wall.
This is a setup.
Is that another reference to black people? It is Black History Month, by the way. Just thought I would throw that out
Only
there since
2
we're on
days
black
in.
things. Okay. Well, even Plies the rapper called out the NFL for forcing Taylor Swift down our throats. Here's what Plies had to say. Dear NFL, not you added the NFL Plies. Can we get Plies on the show?
I love Plies.
Dear NFL media, can you please stop forcing Taylor Swift? Do you see he capitalized the first letter of every word? Can you please stop forcing Taylor Swift on football fans? We get it. She's at the game and she's a phenomenal artist. But damn, if we want to see her this much, we'll go to her concert. Y'all show her more than y'all show the owner of the Chiefs. We love her, but damn. And a lot of people feel that way. What do you think? Do you think they show Taylor too much?
In comparison to everything else that they're showing during the game, I don't really think they're showing her that much. With commercial time, the small amount of time that they actually show the football game, like they show her like a few seconds. It's not that much in my opinion.
I think that they show her way too much. Like Ply said, I don't even know the owner of the Chiefs what he looks like. But I know what Taylor's in every shot and every frame with that red lipstick looking tired.
Well, I can tell you, I bet on my money he's white.
Probably.
No, they're all white.
He is white. Let's see if he's old.
Well, now Shannon Sharp is sharing his thoughts on Taylor Swift's influence being greater than Beyonce's. I swear my throat literally something, literally. And I swear to God, and I'm not even acting, literally something just went, because we know that not to be true. Here is what he said on the podcast with Chad Ochocinco called Nightcap. Listen.
Ocho, these 8 to 15-year-old eyeballs. Ocho,
the same. B had the same feeling.
Ocho,
Yes.
I love Beyonce. Beyonce ain't moving the needle like this chick. Ocho, no,
What? You
tripping, Ocho. This girl,
ask the
she's
chat.
the closest thing. She's the closest thing to moving the needle like Michael Jackson that we've seen. This is it.
Whoa.
Let me tell you my thoughts on this, Chad Ochocinco and Shay Shay. When Beyonce goes to a game, she's not there to be seen. She's there to eat her popcorn, side-eye anybody looking in Jay-Z's phone, and make sure all her kids are in place. She's not jumping up and down, screaming, throwing stuff, wearing jerseys of the play. She's not there for that. And her husband is a artist, not an athlete. And when she's there with him, they're not there performing. They're there chilling. So it's different. You can't compare apples to oranges. And this is why, anyway, y'all athletes need to stop talking on pop culture. We don't know the touchdowns, the bypasses, the hoop-de-hoops, the loop-de-loops, the Fruit Loops, the layups, the day-ups, the say-ups. We don't know none of that. We talk about what we know. Beyonce and Taylor Swift couldn't be a competition on Taylor's best day. Now, Taylor is famous and she is successful and she's in her own right, paved the way for many girls that look like her to get to where she are. And then Beyonce paved the way for all of them. So to say the queen of music right now, the queen of performance, is somehow trailing behind Taylor in anything, it's just blasphemous. Now, the reality is that when Beyonce goes to work, that's when we see her. And when she's not at work, we don't see her. And I think that's what makes her greater, that she's not here saying, pick me, look, like Taylor. Okay, your boyfriend makes a touchdown. Sit down. Have we ever seen Taylor at a football game before?
Mm-mm.
So I think this is manipulative. I think that this is very performative in order to do exactly what it's doing. And I wouldn't be surprised if next year Taylor Swift is performing at the Super Bowl. What do you think?
The plot's gonna thicken, or he's gonna propose to her like after the Super Bowl, like something.
It's just a
I
media
think he's
stunt to
gonna
me.
marry her.
It's just a media stunt. Like Travis Kelce is just big on social media. He's a big name right now. He's got every other commercial on TV has him in it. Taylor Swift being at the games is just increasing viewership for them, tapping to her audience base. So it's not a comparison to Beyonce, in my opinion. This is just a huge media stunt for the NFL.
Agreed.
Well, if they were to ever break up, he's out of here. Because every man she dates, when it's over, it goes, "Meow."
She's gonna write a song about it. That's why.
What's on your mind, Jason?
I literally just had this vision of her and Kelsey having sex.
Is it giving?
I don't know what it's giving because the type of girls he's been with before and her are just completely different.
So different.
Correct.
What was that? You do know we just caught your looks, right?
Yeah, I'm just saying they're different.
So would you sleep with Travis behind Taylor's back?
Of course he would.
I'm not a cheater. No, I don't participate in.
If you had a chance to take Travis Kelce down and he's dating Taylor Swift, you wouldn't?
No, I don't break up happy homes. I would never do that.
This is not Rob off the podcast. Sorry. You would be in the bathroom at that game in that suite. Aaron.
Ooh, not in the bathroom.
Rob ain't running for city council. I am.
Oh my God.
Anyway, Travis, if you get bored, hit up Rob. 310 no. Okay. Bye. All right. Well, Chrisean Rock is in the news because she's recommitting to Blueface. Just when you thought we were done talking about our favorite couple and leaving the circus, here we are again. Now, Chrisean Rock is talking about Blueface, or we're talking about her, because she's recommitting herself to him. Recently, Blueface turned himself into authorities for violation of his probation, and as you know, he's in the LA County Jail. Well, after him locking himself up in jail, she's locked herself back into the relationship because she's recommitting herself to Jail Bay. Or now maybe that's Crib Bay, her Crib Bay. Not even 2 months ago, Chrisean said that she was moving away from Blue, found a new man. We saw them play out on social media. Remember, she covered up her throat and the tattoo Blueface on the throat with her new man and tattooed her new man's name on her. Remember that? Take a look at this tattoo she covered up. First it was Blueface, and then she said, you can't look at me no more. Boom. Put a flower over it. Now, at the time, she was dating a rapper named K Suave. So she had his name tattooed on her. Remember? Look. We got the receipts. Kevin. Hey, Kevin. Well, Kevin ain't Kevin no more because Chrisean and K Suave are clearly no longer together. Now, as Chrisean was not only spotted holding Chrisean Jr. in her arms while walking Blueface into jail, she's now devoted herself to her baby daddy with a new tattoo on her face. Look, this is her getting ready to put the tattoo on her face. So she actually had time to draw it, and there it is. Which means the next time she comes on our show, I'll be looking at that tattoo the whole time. Hashtag free Blueface, free my daddy. I love you, Papa. Now, before getting the tattoo, Chrisean went live and said she's going to hold Blueface down and she wants more babies, even though to date, he still hasn't claimed the one that she has. Because he was on this show saying that it wasn't. And then he went and took the baby and then said he swabbed it and took a test and that the baby wasn't his. But now he's in jail and she's back in his house, and they both only follow each other. She even unfollowed her own kid.
Mm-hmm.
Well, anyway, back to what I said. She said she wanted more babies, and this is what she said.
And I'm having more babies, so. And expect me pregnant every year. Like 10 years straight. 11 years straight. I love y'all, okay? Toodaloo. Call me back. And I already told him, it ain't only mine when you get home. I'm cutting it off and feeding it to his dog, Batman. And then I'm dipping. And then I'm never looking back. You got one more last chance with me, and I got one more last chance with him. So that's that. Everybody else that keep popping it with all that negativity, take it somewhere else. What are you talking about?
So many questions. You're going to have more kids, but the last time you were here, you said you were pregnant. Am I wrong? Am I missing something? Because we have an interview where she said she was pregnant at the time. So that means after you have the kid you're going to have now, you're going to have more kids. So we don't have an update on it. I'm just kind of going through all the dates, all the details that we need updates from Chrisean. Because, you know, we love Chrisean over here. We're part of the circus. We love her and Blue, Free Blue. But we got questions. And then Wack 100 said that she tried to have him robbed and killed or something. Remember she said, Wack said that she allegedly, I'll say allegedly, set him up. So he took her back. And then Jaden is now out with a girlfriend. Buki. Snip like a Barbie. And then he did a remix of the song where he threw Offset under the bus with Cardi because he said that she slept with, I know who. I just didn't want to say it. Right? But all this has transpired and now they're back together. What do you think?
I need Blue to get out of prison, jail, so that he can come and lay it out, because I feel like we're just getting one side of, I'm not saying no one's the Lulu, but I just want both sides of the story.
But did she move in his house?
Yes. And she moved out of her house.
So what's the side of the story? Because she in his house.
I want him to confirm, like, yes, we're together.
Why do we need that at this point? At this point, I don't know. This is either highly just toxic or all a game. Now, after Chrisean recommitted herself to Blueface, she said she was moving back into his house. And she recently went live and said she'd rather be with him than anybody else. Look.
And I'd rather be with my BD than anybody else because I don't know. I hung out with a couple niggas. Y'all are alright. Hey, Papa. But my nigga know what that coochie do. One thing about babies, they spit up anywhere they want to. He spit up all over me. I hear you, Papa.
One of the comments said, get off Instagram and go be a mother. I mean, they really do come for her baby. And I will say I've seen a lot of stuff on Twitter or X about what people have had to say about her baby. And I just think that baby should be off limits. But I also understand that there's a lot of concerns because this all stems all the way back from when she had that Walmart video go live that she talked about on the show. And I just feel like, I know this is like her life, Instagram, social media, and all that, and probably how she makes a bag. But maybe you got to take a break off, just take a break off of Instagram to focus on the things that are important. Now, she lost over 200,000 fans, 200,000 fans, because of her going back to Blue. Does that make sense?
It was the unfollowing of the baby for me. And the baby still follows Blue, only follows Blue and Chrisean, and she's not even following the junior back. But everyone, I've been reading the comments on Jaden's page too, and everyone's just over
the whole
back
thing.
and forth. It's sad. But she's still, even though on the side I feel like the tattoo looks so aggressive, but from the front, she still looks good.
Well, it's because she covering it up with pounds of makeup in those videos. You don't see it at all because it's covered up. I guess you can have random tattoos if you can just hide them later.
There's a new girl in the circus now because Jaden checked out, so they checked somebody else in. Her name is Bonnie Lachey. Now I'm telling y'all right now, we're not gonna be following this relationship the way we followed the other one. We're not even gonna follow that one anymore. I feel like we need to just take a break, let them do whatever they need to do, and then just take a break from everything. Bonnie Lachey, who's Blueface's alleged other girlfriend, I'm gonna say
Allegedly.
she's trying to compete with Chrisean. Now, she tattooed Blueface on her ass. Look. Now, she put him up in the profile. She put the tattoo on her butt.
Why his neck look like that?
And her caption on that says, "Blue be giving me the best eggplant I ever had." So she's vegan.
He was a Mandingo recipient.
I mean, we've seen it. Now, this person, I don't know Bonnie. She's tagged. I've been tagged so many times by her to be seen. And accounts and fan accounts, and I haven't engaged because I know at this point this is what it is. It's marketing, right? I like the idea of Blueface moving on, and I like the idea of her moving on. I thought she was happy when she was moving on to do her own thing. She had her own house, her family was there, she had the baby, and now I feel like they're going right back into toxicity.
The circus.
Dun, 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 dun. I'm out. Any advice?
I have no advice. People give her advice all the time. She's not going to take it. And Blue, I'm done. I'm not wasting a breath. Live your life. If you like it, I love it.
Is this the end of that whole era? Because it feels like it's coming to an end.
It feels...
Unless you bring Blue and Bonnie on for an interview.
Is Bonnie welcome to the Jason Lee show?
No. Blue is coming back for sure whenever he gets out of jail. He just got violated in Vegas now. So when he gets out of this jail, you got to go to that jail.
Oh, Blueface.
Jaden,
What can I do to get locked up for a weekend?
I'm
running for city.
You're a councilman.
City council. This is entertainment, people. I don't want to. Okay. All right. Well, can this be done? Can we just be done already? And now the tattoo's on your face. You're a pretty girl. Why? Chrisean, we're not going to be posting as much, but you can come back on the Jason Lee show whenever you want. You and or Blue or together. Bye. All right. I did not want to even talk about this. Why? Because nothing I say is going to come out well. I can only promise you one thing. I'm going to go viral. I'm going to be attacked. I'm going to be talked about. They're going to release my phone number. They're going to say I hate black women. They're going to say all these mean things about me because I have to do my job. So let me just start with saying that I did not, Jason Lee, the councilman, did not want to talk about these two women and this issue. But since cocaine
Allegedly
has been in the conversation, because that's what you guys are saying is happening over here. I've never seen her to do cocaine. I've said I don't see her doing cocaine. I've said I don't think she's on cocaine, but I'm going to play a couple assets and let you tell me what you think was going on. Maybe it was Red Bull or Adderall. It could have been. This was not sugar-free Red Bull. Are you crazy?
It was wings.
Nah, this was... Where Jeezy at? Where the snowman at? All right, well, Nicki Minaj is in the news because her and Megan then went back and forth. You already know this. You're going to say, oh, you're late. I've been working, getting to the city council, and this didn't fall on the day that my podcast was filming. So now that we're here we are. Megan Thee Stallion not only left the internet in shambles when she dropped her recent song called Hiss. That was the air being let out of Nicki Minaj by that song. Because, baby, she had Nicki spiraling like a staircase for days. I'm going to recap it for you because in case you were somewhere under a Bigfoot, you've missed it. Close your mouth, Marina. I haven't even started yet. Let me land the plane. And this ain't got nothing to do with black pilots. This is a plane. This is a plane. Oh, my God. 2019, Megan had Nicki on her song, Hot Girl Summer. They were best of friends. They were sitting down with each other, matching clothes, holding each other's 20-inch zebra hair that they bought from a local China store. Then in 2020, Meg and Cardi dropped WAP. And we all knew that was the end of that relationship because Nicki Minaj rents more condominiums called Cardi B in her head than her husband has list of parks he can't go to. I did not want to talk about this, but I'm going to always do my job the way that I do it. I am, because I am the councilman. 2 months later, after that, Nicki unfollowed Megan and alleged that Megan told her to drink a bunch of Hennessy while she was pregnant with her son. Now, here's a photo of Nicki's Queen radio comments. Imagine telling someone you didn't want to drink because you were, at the time, possibly pregnant, because you were actively having a baby. Imagine if that person said, oh, girl, you can go to the clinic. Imagine posting photos that you are pregnant and the person doesn't even like it or say congratulations. But then when you post that Beyonce sent you flowers congratulating you, the person then tried to send you flowers thinking that, oh, I can use this as an opportunity, as she does everyone else. She'll post the flowers. I ain't even let them shits in my motherfucking house. Try to sound like Roman, because I think that's who was typing that. Well, since Megan hasn't come on my show, I'm just going to tell you what Megan told me. Megan told me you were drinking the Hennessy. She may have even texted to me. I can go look in the receipts now. I mean, I would rather ask her in person, but I ain't seen her on the show. Megan told me you were drinking Hennessy, Nicki. Ariella put this in the show. I didn't want to do this. I'm on a campaign right now, but I'm here to do my show. Anyway, Meg cryptically called Nicki a liar because she was drinking the Hennessy.
Allegedly.
Now, if anybody sue me, I'm subpoenaing all of y'all, and we just going to get it out. So just don't even waste your time. This is going viral. I'm just saying right now, just because I'm doing my job, it's going viral because Megan Thee Stallion told me you were drinking Hennessy, and I might have the text to prove it, but I will not reveal my private conversations. Oop, just did. Meg cryptically called Nicki a liar, which then spawned Nicki's Red Ruby to Sleaze diss in March 2023. Now, she rapped, I don't fuck with horses since Christopher Reeves. Christopher Reeves, by the way, was Superman who fell off a horse and became paralyzed, just for context. Right? Mm-hmm. Nicki also took jabs at Meg's Flamin' Hot Cheetos collab and the Tory Lanez shooting as she rapped, Dorito bitches mad that they chose that 40 cal. I'll make them dance like a go-go.
That was
not funny, but bad bar. Bad bar. Since then, Megan now dropped his and sent Nicki spiraling after taking a jab at her and her convicted sex offender husband, Kenneth Petty. Now, Meg mentioned Megan's Law, which is named after Megan Kanka and requires authorities to share information about registered sex offenders with the public. Like they do at the Pinks, where Ralph White owns in Stockton. There are 3 living there across the street from a school and a park. You can go see the video. Here's a photo of one fan pointing out Megan's Law bar. Take a look. Megan Thee Stallion's Megan's Law bar is not weak at all. She's just getting started. For real, I'm so tuned in. And this is what the line said in the song. These hoes don't be mad at Megan. These hoes mad at Megan's Law. I don't really know what the problem is, but I guarantee y'all want me to start. We don't even need to read the rest. That line sent Nicki to the moon. I was somewhere on the campaign trail talking to kids about living better lives and advocating to get rid of those sex offenders in Ralph's apartments, and didn't even know that this was happening till I saw all this. Now, meanwhile, Megan Kanka's family is said to be upset with Megan Thee Stallion over the mention, and the family considered the reference highly offensive to the pain that their daughter and family felt when she went through what she went through. Now, 30 minutes after Meg's song dropped, Nicki hopped on Instagram, and this is what we all saw. She engaged in this 3 to 4 day long burnout, and at the time, it was a meltdown, and I would even say what some would say she crashed all the way out. Now, despite claiming that she doesn't condone bullying, because remember, she told all her fans that we're not going to bully anymore. We're going to be better people. What would Beyonce do? Nicki began teasing a song where she trolled Meg's shooting and talked about her deceased mother, who died in 2019 of a brain tumor. Now, in her live, Nicki called Megan Bigfoot and said, "Get up on your good foot." And then she hopped on another platform and mentioned Meg's ex-bestie, Kelsey Harris, Tory Lanez, and her deceased mother. Warning, this is really embarrassing. Take a look.
But you let everyone just be thrown under the bus. You let the baby be thrown under the bus, Tory, your best friend, your mom. You better go conjure up your mother and say and apologize. That's disgusting.
What did you think about that line?
About her mother?
Yeah.
I think that was gutter low. It's disgusting. Like, girl, she dragged you with the lyrics. Come back with some lyrics. Don't talk about her dead mother. Like, that's just dirty.
It was the conjuring part for me, yeah.
I mean, kids and dead family members, that's just low. Well, Nicki then shared a 3,100 character tweet claiming she's more successful than Meg, who says she has fraudulent awards referencing her Grammy win. Nicki's never won a Grammy, so I think that alone was a loss. But then she also implied that the Houston rapper lied on Tory Lanez and continues to use her sympathy card for her mother's death in order to be successful. This is what she said. I'm not reading all that. I'm just going to let it sit here. I will say she started with Gag City, hashtag Gag City. And if you go watch the opening of that, it looks like she kind of bit my creativity because it's the opening of Getting on a Train, which we all know was the opening to my show, Gagging with Jason Lee. So Nicki's a fan of mine. That's crazy. What? I think Nicki watches. I mean, somewhere in her mind, I'm sure she wishes I was on her side. I just cannot side with the oppressor. Mm. Nicki Minaj and Ralph White are the same person. Put them side by side. Here's photo number 2 of Nicki's 3,100 character tweet. Using ghostwriters and still suck. So it's not me, y'all. I would never. I'm a classy little rich lady, immigrant to a boss, the American dream. It's just that. Whispers. Y'all. It's just that Roman seems to be in one of those moods now. I can't. That's what she said. Well, Nicki continued to tweet. That's what she said. I'm not reading all that. This is how much time she had. Well, she even had Kai Cenat at a loss for words. And this boy just be streaming minding his business. Look.
Dead mama, lied on your dead mama, lied on your dead mama. But you will not disrespect Papa Bear, you dirty fucking ran through bird ass, bum ass, bitch. Broke bitch. You broke bitch. Tell them the truth, bitch. Y'all want it Roman?
Lied on her dead mama. Lied on her dead mama. Right after the funeral, she on her dead. I said, lied on her dead mama. You stupid hoe. What you did to Kelsey was disgusting. What you put that woman through. You put your black friend.
Who you talking to?
That was embarrassing. And Kai loves Nicki because she was recently on his show. He couldn't even defend that. And we couldn't see her, so we don't know what she was looking like and what she was going through. But people online were saying, and I would never throw that on anybody. So I'm not saying nothing. I'm saying what the allegation.
Allegedly.
People think that now she's acting like a person who's under something. She even went live recently and said some kind of shady stuff about Rihanna. Did you hear that?
Mm-hmm.
We didn't even want to put it in here. I ain't even going to bring it up. She said something about Rihanna. I'm going to say it. She mentioned Rihanna's Chris Brown incident. Guess you ain't never going to be in Fenty again. Well, a fan caught her in a lie about Meg, allegedly telling her to drink while possibly pregnant. That's what the fan said. The fan said, so Nicki Minaj wasn't even pregnant, but alleged Megan tried to get her to have an abortion while not being pregnant yet. Wow. Well, that means then that's why you were drinking Hennessy, because that's what Meg told me, and you were drinking it because you weren't pregnant. So you lied on Meg. And what I love about all of this, because I'm not even going to play anymore because I'm tired. I'm literally tired. Is that everything Cardi went through is now validated because Meg had to go through it too. Her and Meg were cool, just like Cardi and her were, until Cardi didn't kiss her ass, until Cardi revealed that she changed the Motorsport lyrics because she was threatened by Cardi, a younger, fresher, newer artist. And then you try to take Megan under your belt or under your wing or under your thumb or under your foot because you wanted her to blow up more than Cardi, to use her against Cardi. And then that didn't work because they did WAP and it was better than your song. And then you attack Lotto, and Lotto went in your DMs and called you out, said she'll pull up wherever you at, as long as it ain't next to a school. And somewhere Little Kim's just sitting back with her Chanel shades on saying, look at these hoes. Yeah, this has just been an embarrassment to hip hop. You can go Google this. Jason Lee said a long time ago that this type of beef is bad for hip hop because this is not about the music. This is about other things. One line sent you in a spiral. Even Charlemagne the God said it would have been great if it was just on wax. This was something else. And this is round 2 of you getting beat up by a rapper. Remember, Sheether ended you when Remy came at you, and now one line all the way down the drain. Do you think Nicki can come back from this?
Barb.
What'd you say?
I said Barb.
You're a Barb? Are you?
I'm Barty gang, and I love Nicki. I am a Barb in that I love Nicki, music wise. But I'm not. You know how there's like a beehive and there's a swarm beehive.
Yeah.
I'm not like that. See
Yeah.
now, but I feel like Nicki is not acting like Nicki should. I think she forgot she's Nicki Minaj. Like, you are an icon. Same thing with like Kanye. Like, you can't. A lot of the icons.
There's no competition when you hold your own crown.
Mm-hmm.
And there's no need to fight for another girl's crown when you got your own. Your throne has already been cemented. Your star is already there. An award does not define how talented you are. We have been saying this for years. Now, nobody's going to hear this because all they're going to hear is what I said about the school and this and that. That's true. You still can't go near school. And you still like Ralph White to me, right? But at the end of the day, you're already a crowned queen. But it's when you think a bitch need to bow down to you that you realize that your penthouse don't got as many floors as the new girls. Cause you're not TikToking. When you was in the studio rolling around in your little Gucci outfit, you look crazy. The queen.
Yeah.
Right? Was it just, it's cringy.
It's cringy.
Wait, imagine if I try to compete with these young Chris Browns and rolling around with baby oil on me. I look a plum fool, right?
Yes.
I mean,
I feel like once you're that goated, like a Nicki, a Kanye, like the only person that can tilt your crown is yourself. And I feel like it's like just self-sabotage. And it's sad. Like, it's sad because she's so talented and she's so iconic. And I'm like, you got irritated off of 2 words.
Irritated? That's what you're calling that? Irritated. That is some.
You got
She
irked.
should have had a welfare check called on her after that. Are you what?
But if anything,
have you ever seen what's Over the Rainbow called? Over the Rainbow. What's that song? What's the movie called? Wizard of Oz. Right? Wizard somewhere over the. I know it's a white movie. You should know this. Wizard of Oz.
Wizard of Oz.
That's what I'm saying.
Oh, I don't know. That's an old ass movie. Damn. I don't know.
Okay, listen. In Wizard of Oz, do you remember when the witch melted?
Yes.
It's given a bucket of water was thrown, right?
From the hot girl summer.
No, yeah, I think it was like an insane spiral. And I think the only way, which is never gonna happen, if she's like, look, I need to like step up and like help some of these young women in the industry, like
stop, please stop.
It's never gonna happen.
Stop. That is not.
I'm saying that the only way it's gonna happen is if she like
who's she gonna help
recognizes
first? Where's she
her
gonna
craziness.
start with?
She gotta recognize her delusion and like apologize and like it's not gonna happen.
Nicki says she had 4 more songs. Don't let them come out. 5? Mm-hmm. Girl, I try to give you some love. Don't let it come out. We don't even want an interlude. She said 2 words. I don't even know what that song was. That song was horrible.
It's not good. I wanted it to be good too.
Oh, Nicki's?
Yes, Bigfoot.
And if anything, it's now made his more popular. So if you hate
Yes.
Megan that bad, you're just fueling her balloon.
She's like, now, isn't it like a #1 or something?
Yeah.
It's like she just,
Yes.
boom.
I love it.
Meg might be performing at the halftime show. She's managed by Rock Nation. All right, nothing good is going to come out of this. Nicki, please stop. Your legacy's been stained for so long now, but I thought you were on the mend after your baby daddy, after your husband, after Mr. Petty got the house arrest for trying to kill Offset outside a taco truck in Manhattan. Whew. Both are so pretty too.
Mm-hmm.
Bye. That's it. All right, well, listen, now it's time to get to my thoughts in terms of Nicki Minaj prayers. Don't we all just want someone to ride for us like Chrisean does for Blueface? Maybe not as hard. But while some call it madness, others call it insanity. They call it love. And they're crazy in love, like Beyonce and Jay-Z. Or maybe like Solange in the elevator. Or Bobby and Whitney. Or if you ask Shannon Sharp, like Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Now, Shay Shay may have lost us with all that, but one thing that's not lost on us is that Taylor Swift is not bigger than Beyonce. Now, Shay Shay says she is, but if Beyonce had a man in the NFL, sportcasters would be talking our ears off about her too. They would be saying to all of the single ladies watching, if you want to, oh, you know what I was going to say, put a ring on it. Okay, well, either way, listen, stop playing with the queen. And not that queen, because I survived that one. Or the one that y'all claim reigns over rap. Be real. Would a real queen have such thin skin and reveal to the world how bothered she is by her enemies? Would a real queen feel the need to vacate her throne to distastefully address her competition? We've seen zero qualities of a queen behavior in this one, especially in this fight. But perhaps she should take some lessons from Meg, whose silence clearly speaks volumes. Or maybe she should take a page out of Halle's book on how to have tact and gracefully address your haters. Or just simply stay off the internet. Another person who could take a page from this book is Candace Owens. Man, just go ahead and sit the hell down somewhere, Candace, because if you're so afraid of female pilots, buy your own damn plane and keep it pushing. Until then, just shut your broke self-hating, tap dancing ass up. 2024 just began, and we're looking forward to more black and brown people in power, more women in power, and more inclusion and equality all the way around. Get with it or just get out the way. And remember, Candace, Black lives still matter. That is it for this show, and that is it for everything today, because I'm about to go take a nap. This has made me tired. Until the next episode, make sure that you follow us on all social media. I'm at Hollywood Unlocked and The Jason Lee Show. And if you want to see what's going on with my candidacy for city council, you can go follow me at The Only Jason Lee. Until then, make sure that you're subscribing to this podcast everywhere that it streams. And you can go over there and download us on YouTube, subscribe, whatever you got to do. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yeah.
Yep.
100%.
Can I take a nap now?
Yes.
Yeah.
Bye.
Good night.
The Jason Lee Podcast.